All right. Real time 2025.
Start the clock.
Yeah. He's back. Let's get political up in this bitch.
We have a new president in 3 days. It's going to be okay. Take a deep breath. Oh, wait. We're in L.A. Don't take a deep breath. L.A. is a very unique place. Wouldn't you agree? Even our millionaires are homeless. It's
Yeah, look at that.
the hydrants ran out of water. It's like a drag show running out of glitter.
Talk about misinformation, man. I'm hearing both sides. That there was water, from the officials and stuff. And people are saying that there wasn't. And then other people are saying that no matter how much water they had, there's no way they could have stopped it. So who do you believe?
For all the people who sent me a text, stay safe. Thank you so much, because I was about to run right toward the flames. And then I saw your text and did. That was very helpful. One arsonist admitted, he said, I enjoy causing chaos and destruction. And Trump said, fine, run the Justice Department. Because we have a new president. And Don, I just wanted to say, congratulations. Look, things have been said.
He's scared now.
And, Don, what it really is some of the writers here don't want to.
Oh, throwing him under the bus.
They don't want to make America great again, like you and me. I say, go Team Disruptor. If Trump wanted you to break the law, will you? And they say the same thing. I'm not going to tell you. I don't want to ruin the surprise. And one more very important story for all the kids watching. TikTok, woo, it's gone as of Sunday.
Goodbye.
You're going to need a new time suck. Woo. You started out running as a Republican, which is what you are, and then ran as an independent, and then as a Democrat.
Man.
You're running out of parties to leave, Rick.
This is probably a good thing.
But that you had to put a D by your name, even to be in the race. Would you comment on that?
Well, what I did do is 10 years ago, I left the Republican Party and I became an independent. And then when I was thinking about running for mayor, I did turn to the Democratic Party. And
join the forward party, man.
System. I said, if that fire travels, it's going to come through and wipe out the Palisades. I'm so sad that I was right. It was predictable, Bill. What's predictable is preventable. And then on top of it,
not always.
The main reservoir out of service during peak fire season?
I remember when we had a fire when Trump was president, and he came in and he said, you don't rake. You're not raking.
The Palisades is going to remain in a fire zone. So don't go build the same damn thing.
You know what they did in Sacramento?
That's true.
What's that?
Goats.
Goats work.
Goats.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Fucking goats.
They do it in the Bay Area.
You put them on the hillside, and they eat the vegetation.
Yes.
And they're cheap. They work cheap.
The owner doesn't.
More than half the fires here are caused by homeless.
Well,
the connection is huge.
There's a connection.
That's wrong. We have fields of mothballed equipment because we don't have the money to start it up. We have 10 times the
LA doesn't have the money, or California,
than we did in the 60s.
Should people be asked to defend their own home more? Because you see this a lot where there's a block.
Yeah.
This is not just this fire, other ones, where most of the houses are gone, and then one's right in the middle that isn't. Because that guy got up on the roof with the hose.
Yeah, not a good idea.
No?
No.
I was going to do it.
It looked like it worked.
Why?
Yeah.
So we designed it to the highest levels to withstand it. And then we had...
We do that with earthquakes. Why can't we do it with fire?
We could do it.
Oh.
We did it.
Right.
Right? And there's nothing wrong with being
prepared. They're going to do it.
Prepared.
There's a brand new town.
We have this
You call them rapid response. People call that a private fire department. Is that a good?
It's a fire. It's private.
Is that good?
If we have a fully funded fire department that has more resources, you wouldn't need the privates.
That's a good point.
What's not being talked about now are the thousands of people that have lost their jobs, that have no support system. The gardeners, the poolmen, the service people, the delivery people, everybody that works, the waiters, the chefs.
It ain't just a bunch of rich people, man.
Everybody's going to have their job back.
Or just have the city set off one firecracker thing, fire show, but it causes fires.
I agree. And there's talk that this was caused because of fireworks the week before.
I like drone shows better anyway.
I have zero tolerance for that. You know, somebody told me last night, instead of running again, just run. And I'm wired to run towards the problem rather than away from it.
You just told me to get out of the house.
That's not the federal aid is going to come with conditions and
yeah, that's bullshit.
Bullshit. No.
Thanks,
man. Again, what do you believe? What do you believe?
Rick Caruso. Bullshit. You heard that. Erin Perrine.
Republican.
How was your fire, Larry? How was your, did you fight or flight? How was your
fought it well. I put the hose in my hand, Bill, and went after it.
And then the fire came.
Yeah, and then the fire came. See, that's it. We're comedians. We have to make jokes. It's sad.
Everybody needs to laugh.
I know.
Yeah.
Like people are going after the looters. The looters got to loot. That's their job. You know?
People are saying this is going to change. I was talking to Rick about it. One state. We've been a one-party state for quite a while now. Not that we haven't had Republicans in the past.
I think Southern California could flip to majority Republican or conservative. But Northern California, especially the Bay Area, no way. Not San Francisco, not Berkeley, no. Or Oakland, no. And the farther up you go, the more left it gets. Seattle, Portland, and all that. But Southern California, I could see it, especially Orange County. I mean, it's been like that for a long time, but even more now.
Everything's upside down. You have black people in lots looking at the Palisades going, man, what verdict were they mad about? You know? It's upside down.
You got to have a candidate who can raise money, and you got to have somebody who can take that coalition of Republicans, non-registered, and pull from Democrats if you want to be a Republican who wins. It's a complete party realignment.
But people are pissed now. See,
they are.
By the way, this is why we need people other than comedians, because they know facts and stuff.
I have to give her a little bit of credit. She is the first black person ever to be told, come back from Africa.
There are people who are mad that Carrie Underwood is singing at the inauguration.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an applause for Carrie Underwood. I don't know that. Yes.
One guy. I heard Snoop Dogg is going to go.
People have become, at this point, let normal be normal. Let a country music singer go and sing at the inauguration. That's normal.
Or any singer.
Any singer. If you want to go,
I get it about Donald Trump and the things you don't like him. I don't.
No. We got to be fair. Conservatives, they talk trash when celebrities show up at Democratic conventions or inaugurations. So that's okay. But now when Democrats talk trash about conservative performers performing at Republican conventions or inaugurations, then it's a problem. I don't think any side should say anything. Celebrate what you want to celebrate. If you won, you won. You lost, you lost. That's it.
So there was a picture, I think we have it here, of him with Obama at Jimmy Carter's funeral. And there's Trump making Obama laugh. I mean, a hate crime.
Hate crime.
I only want the transcripts. That's all I want.
Yeah, man, what were they talking about?
In my mind, Trump was like, remember when you said I had a small dick? It's true. It's true.
I don't think he said that.
And then Obama's like, you know what? I really am from Kenya.
Right, bro. Only one side is civil when they lose.
Yeah,
Trump
come on, let's be real.
Anybody's inauguration.
No, wait, no. See, I got to be honest. I remember the first time that Trump won, and people with MAGA hats in the streets, and people were getting beat up if you were wearing a MAGA hat. You know, in places like California and New York and stuff. So both sides are sore losers, but one side attacked the Capitol to try to change the election results. Whereas I remember as soon as he won, There were people protesting in the streets like 2 hours later or something. But that's as far as it went, as far as large amount of people.
100% I know
No,
for
he
sure
did
he
not.
said
He
it.
had never had. No.
Where is the tape? Where is it? Donald Trump did.
He did not.
But here's the thing. Here's something else
He
we should
did
know.
not concede it.
He
No,
did. He
he
said
did
he
not.
lost. Yes, he did. He did
He
it in
conceded that he
in
wasn't
the 2020,
president.
No, in the 2024 cycle. I mean, listen. I know.
If you're the former president, you should participate in the peaceful transfer of power. If necessary.
Right.
That's all we're saying. That's it.
Well, it looks like they're all going to be there this time.
Okay.
Yes, the other side, exactly. That's the point.
The other side.
When I was reading about Jimmy Carter, and I remember it from when he was president, the thing about him was he did not play. He did not play the game. He was truly an outsider.
Yeah.
And I thought,
true.
Trump is the only guy since who's kind of the same way. Like, I didn't come here to make friends. That was Jimmy Carter's mantra. And by the way, it worked. Nobody liked him.
Yeah. Nobody.
Trump's kind of anti-war. You know, he wants to get out of wars, which is
Yeah,
sort of
thank God. That's good.
switch
I like
from what
that.
we used to think of. We used to think of the Republicans are the hawks. All the right-wing sites would sell survival products. Survival products,
Yeah.
like prepper seeds. Yeah. Remember that? And emergency food, because they were going to rat-fuck the universe so badly that you needed tactical vests.
Why does he have a microphone?
But the liberal prepper kit is a little different.
Oh, God.
Would you like to see what's in the liberal kit? You have all-gender tampon.
Oh, man.
You have prepper seeds that come in indica and sativa. That's
Oh, yeah. Essential.
a dehydrated Chardonnay. Yes, that I think is very important. Oh, a mask for when you're by yourself alone in the middle of the woods. You got to have toilet paper with Trump's face on it.
Gotta have that.
And, of course, a portable AM radio so your nanny can listen to the Mexican station.
Woo! I remember traveling, staying at hotels, and turn that television on or that radio, and it's in Spanish. You know who works there.
I don't know why people are believing anything on Facebook in the first place, you know?
Anything.
The thing that should protect us from disinformation and misinformation on social media should be our brains and our common sense.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck with that.
I always say, if you see something, man, do your own research. Go check out if it's true, but check out sources from both sides. There's this app that does that for you. I can't remember the name, man, but it's a real good one. And that's from what I heard is really good. It shuffles through all the BS and it'll give you what more than likely is a true story. Kind of like community notes on Twitter.
Good example of this week on Twitter, X, sorry, Matt Milano, who's a Buffalo Bills player. Apparently,
It's Twitter.
There was Bills Mafia stood up, put a community note on it, so they don't get the locker room fodder to try and hit us.
I like community notes, man.
He said soon AI can do the job of most mid-level coders. You know, kind of bragging about this.
Right, yeah.
My question is, and then what job do most mid-level coders do? I also saw the guy from NVIDIA.
So eventually we're going to have to get some kind of basic income. It's going to have to happen. Something that just meets your basic needs. You want the extras, you got to work for it. But you won't starve, you won't be homeless. Even what he said, even coders are going to lose their job.
This is really going to create more jobs. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You're just doing it because you want to do it. I don't think these guys are even in it for the money. They have more money they could ever use.
Yeah.
It's just fun.
Yeah, Andrew Yang talked about this years ago, man. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. In the past, jobs were taken by other humans. For the first time, jobs are going to be overtaken by AI and robots. One example that somebody gave, and I really like it, is the guy who used to light up the gas lamps in like the late 1800s. In the streets right now, what replaced him was a light bulb and the guy who knew how to install the light bulb. But it was a guy. This ain't gonna happen this time.
But they don't give a fuck what the repercussions of AI taking everybody's job.
It's like
They don't care.
It's almost like that stuff. If AI takes over that's a whole swath of opportunities for people to be creative about the future.
Do you
that
think
goes away.
they want to? Do you think they're trying to?
Thank you. I get what I can.
One guy.
Do you think they want to get rid of TikTok now? As of now, again, this is Friday, January 17th.
Right.
As of now, TikTok goes away on Sunday.
Sunday.
I mean, first of all, the kids are going to freak out, right? I mean, what?
A lot of older people are on it too, including me.
First, then a big donor from TikTok came along and gave a lot of money to Donald Trump, and suddenly, coincidentally, I'm sure,
But still Trump, the biggest
he
thing.
might save TikTok.
Right.
And then be a
Maybe.
hero to the kids. He just lucks into everything.
I think part of this is that the goal was to get the Chinese investment that is tied to the CCP out of the
No,
business.
it's
because they
not.
didn't want any.
No, what it was is that Silicon Valley, especially Facebook, but a lot of them got together and said, we got to get rid of these guys because they can't figure out their algorithm and China won't sell it. So instead of competing with them, let's just get rid of them. And it looks like they might get away with it. Because if you know about Silicon Valley, and I'm from the Bay Area, so I know their whole history and everything. I've been there. I used to be a mover, and we used to go to the move offices and whatnot. And I know people who work there who've been very successful at it. And that is a cutthroat industry, man.
I heard today that Kevin O'Leary put in like a $20 billion bid.
Who's that?
Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
Yes.
He woke up like, whoa, wait, what?
He wants
You make
Chinese
that kind of money on Shark Tank?
He says he wants
doing
a
the wrong
10%
kind of show.
ownership, and as soon as he gets back his investment, he wants $1 for every video. So.
It's about getting Chinese influence out of American cell phones, and especially
Okay,
those.
but,
You mean the people that actually make the cell phones? We want to get them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. That's
Wait a minute.
what I want.
But now the big debate is who actually got that deal done with the ceasefire. Some say Trump, and Trump says Trump, of course. And Biden says he did it and his team. And of course, I looked at both sides. I looked into it, and that's a tough one because Trump threatened them. If you don't come to some kind of agreement, some kind of peace treaty, and I'm quoting right here, he said, all hell's going to break loose. So did that sway him in any way? There's no way to know. What Biden did, because he was involved heavily, did that sway them? Or both? It was really hard to tell. New rule.
New rule. Republican congressmen have to answer this question. Do you really not know how to spell military?
Military.
Stop trying to make me care about Blake Lively.
Who the hell's that?
She made a movie I didn't see with a guy I never heard of.
Oh, yeah, these people fighting, yeah.
She says he's mean and he says she's mean. If I wanted to tune out while you talk about someone you hate at work, I'd get married. Isn't he the guy who shot the health insurance guy?
Oh, yeah, they do look alike.
None captures the essence of his presidency and the burden of office more than this one, entitled, Why Did I Come in Here Again? New rule, now that Starbucks has changed its policy to require all patrons to buy something in order to stay in the shop, they have to explain why that wasn't the policy to begin with.
Yeah, what's up with that? I remember reading that McDonald's, the reason why McDonald's looked the way they do now is because they wanted to do what Starbucks was doing, where they want you to hang out right there for some reason. I don't know why. I don't get it. If you're not buying anything, then why would they want you to stay there? But that's what they wanted, a place to hang out. That's why all McDonald's are like Starbucks now.
This is America, where we refuel and head straight back to the machine.
The machine.
There's no cafe culture here. You're lucky if we get out of the car. New rule, the French woman who was scammed by someone who used AI to convince her that Brad Pitt was in love with her.
Oh, lady.
Brad needed money for kidney surgery because Angelina had frozen all of his assets. So she gave him
My God.
So she gave him $850,000 and divorced her husband.
My
This
God.
must now be set up on a date with the real Brad Pitt.
Yeah, man. Come on, Brad Pitt.
I think with the connections in the business I do have and with a little funding, I can get it done. So what I'm going to need from you is a wire transfer for $850,000. That will get me started. We do
Welcome
need
to
a
the
better
bungle.
plan for putting out that LA is built in a stupid place to build a city. I'm sure it's very complicated. That's why I pay 13% of my income in this state every year to people who I assumed were working on things like this.
That's true.
Governor Newsom said the local folks are trying to figure that out. Yeah, you got to do that before the fire.
Before. Yeah.
At least in the Palisades, the hydrants were still there. 300 other ones around the city are just gone, stolen for parts. One of the three reservoirs. Maybe look in the history books to see how our ancestors handled it back in 2 and 11. Exposed power lines keep causing fires and keep not getting buried underground because it's expensive. I've heard people say, do you want to pay more taxes to fund this? No.
In the Bay Area, there's a town called San Mateo or San Bruno, somewhere in the Silicon Valley. And yeah, they have, I've never seen that before, but they have no power lines. It's all underground. It looks pretty cool, man. But yeah, I could imagine it being very expensive, especially in California, to try to do that somewhere else.
Power lines that cut through Topanga weren't upgraded because it endangered an herb, the milk vetch, which sounds like something they serve at Passover. From just the 2 in 2020, wiped out 18 years of carbon reduction in the state, which means we suffered the pain of driving those early model Priuses for nothing. Which is why you may have noticed when the fires broke out, no one escaped by high-speed rail.
Oh, Lord. Can't believe that's taking that long, how much it actually cost.
We have the highest marginal tax rate in America, higher than almost all other states, and soon Greenland. Crowley's official bio says Chief Crowley leads a diverse department, creating, supporting, and promoting a culture
Lord,
that
here we
values
go.
diversity, inclusion, and equity, while striving to meet and exceed the expectations of the communities. Well, you didn't exceed my expectations.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's that looks like you.
Which would sound kind of racist if a Southern sheriff said it.
Yeah.
So,
I don't care about what anybody looks like, man.
So we should be sending white firefighters to White Houses?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Who teaches people this bullshit? No one cares
My
what someone
God.
looks like when they're pulling you out of a burning house.
Please, God.
Larson also seems to believe that if a female firefighter can't pick up a man, it's his fault. She said he got himself into the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
Jesus.
Well, sign language interpreters who communicate with their face. Because wildfires in California are like boob jobs in a strip club. Inevitable, and they're only going to get bigger. All right, that's our show. My special. Is anyone else seeing this?
Yeah.
You gotta see it. It's on HBO and streaming on Max.
I did a reaction video too if you want to check it out. All right, man. Catch you on the next one.